Honorable Deputy Chief Ministers, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for staying in the room and listening to all the experts' advice and information on the question of digital economy. I would like to comment and elaborate on two things only. Number one is the question of big data. Any scheme to monetize your resources, your data, that is an important platform for you to change the landscape of our economy. Data is the key. And data has to be analyzed. And that will give you an outcome. And that outcome will become your product. So I would like to mention here, as a policymaker, that Sarawak is blessed with resources that give you the data. And just an example, our biodiversity is one of the richest in the world. And this biodiversity contains a lot of data. And this data become your platform for you to drive the economy. And it becomes our competitive advantage. We have heard the views of Garelli, the first speaker, and the second speaker, of course, Randy Zuckerberg, and of course, Dr. David, and also the panelists. All are touching on the question of the available data that you have, including the virus, and how you can analyze that data, which become your resource. And then you process it, and then you go to the market. So in Sarawak's perspective, I think we have a lot of geological data. You have a lot of natural data, but we lack how to process our data. And this process, based on digital technology, basically is artificial intelligence. In other words, we have to apply artificial intelligence process in order for you to analyze the data and monetize that data, which in turn will drive our economy. And therefore, digital economy, first, infrastructure is important. Once, just like driving a car, once you got good road, you can drive your car. Irrespective whether you are using Proton, you are using Toyota, whatever brand that you have. In other words, for Sarawak, at the moment, we have to give emphasis on our infrastructure development. I must share with you for the past 3 years, because we started 2017, and this is only the 3rd year. I think we have rolled out certain aspect of our infrastructure. But then your infrastructure within the country must be linked to the world. And that's why the technology company, they have to identify the exit point for you to be linked to the international linkages as where you can transact your business, engage your business with the rest of the world. Today is a manifestation of this. could be a dream for you to talk to a person in Switzerland. Just imagine today we are engaging with a person in Switzerland and also a person United Kingdom. We ask the time, what is your time over the side? It's in the morning. We are here in the afternoon. But still in real time, you can exchange information. The same with business. I think the market is there for you, provided you are able to engage with the market. Therefore, our strategy now is, of course, we are rolling out our basic infrastructure. And then number two, the question of transferring the data for us to monetize the resources that we have. That is from Sarawak perspective. So the government, the state government, will pursue this. We must have the right channel for us to share data. I agree with the panelists that sometimes you have to open your door to experts to come over to Sarawak. Singapore did that. Singapore opened the door to experts throughout the world. And that's where Singapore is today. Of course, there is a political issue here. But we have, if we have the willpower to transform Sarawak into a global player, because digitally, you are part and parcel of the whole world landscape. And therefore, under that circumstances, we have actually done our job in order to link ourselves with the rest of the world. Having said that, then the question of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is there, that move, that can become, mobile. But you need somebody also to understand AI. And that is where education comes in. We cannot deny the fact that the language of technology is the international language. It is English. And that is why the Sarawak government position is, while we also mandatory to use Bahasa Malaysia, that is our national language, we must also encourage our young to master English. You just imagine today, all the panelists speak in English. If you don't understand what they're saying, then you feel you are somewhere in the world, somewhere else. You cannot comprehend what they're talking about. So this technology, the language, I think, is still English. And we have to encourage our people to master English. That's where our education system, for Sarawak, we have to be flexible. If you want to become a state that is going to go towards digital economy. So ladies and gentlemen, I would therefore express my appreciation for all of you who have contributed to this IDECS for today. And I believe that the future for Sarawak is there. It's a question of us to get all the information, all the data, and devise a system and let the system become our ecosystem. There must be an ecosystem that will encompass every sector of our economy. As you know, we emphasize on the agriculture. Agriculture has to be technology-driven agriculture. That is why the government is establishing agro-park. This is a new concept. And then this agro-park will be equipped with the basic digital infrastructure. We encourage IoT as a process for us to monetize the food sector. And food security is important as much as cyber security. Both are very important in the new ecosystem, and we are driving towards that. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to thank you. In conclusion, that this has been a very exciting period, and we keep on analyzing this. But what is important is when you talk about the virus, coronavirus, it has connected or linked to healthy living. I know Randy, I think Randy was the one who talked about the goat. This animal goat become something, become a corporate introduction. That's why I was talking to my colleague. We can fight virus if we are healthy and we protect our environment. If she has the goat, we have the orangutan as our symbol. Because the orangutan, the habitat, is very much linked to the environment. With that, I think I draw something while I was talking to Douglas. I hope we can share that what I have really sketched. Can somebody just share what I have drawn? Where we have the orangutan. Orangutan there is surrounded by good environment, and that good environment will give healthy living, and that healthy living can fight virus, because they are talking about your system, your body. That's the one. I think I just invented it this morning together with Douglas. Good environment, then you must have healthy living. That means your immunity system is strong, and then you can fight the virus. And that is where the strength that we should have. With digital ecosystem, I'm sure that the Sarawak future is guaranteed. With that, once again, thank you very much for your attendance. Thank you very much to the speakers, as well as thank you very much to the panelists for all what you have contributed to this IDECS 2020. I wish you all the best. Thank you.